Greetings, everyone. Hope we're having a wonderful day today. Interesting changes to the Grand Arena times have really kind of threw me off my schedule for streams. I had to do one early today instead of late. I hope they go back to the regular schedule next week. I really hope they do. Oh, but we're probably stuck in this cycle for the whole Grand Arena, huh? Once they launched it early. I'm guessing we're probably stuck here for 4 weeks. So we'll have to make do the best we can, and I still want to keep one early stream a week if I can. Got a few people over here, though. Got David, Thomas, Ollie, a bunch of people. Vincent MI9. Hello. Greetings. I lost the GAC by 3 banners. Those are always heartbreakers. I won my last round on the main account by 1 banner. It was like 2351 to 2352 or whatever it was. We skated by with 1 banner in the bank. Those are heartbreakers. Darth Loquitur, didn't they state they would revert back to normal schedule on the upcoming week? Or it was just me reading the notification too fast? Yeah, I had heard that their intention was to get it back on schedule. It's an issue of trust. Do I trust that they actually will get it back on schedule? I don't know. Let me change around some lights here. We're getting the green screen going crazy again today. See if we can get it to simmer down. I don't know, this camera. Just got to deal with it. All right, got one more thing we can try here. Fade out the background a little bit. So yeah, they may be intending to put it back on schedule. I just don't. I just know that they often don't get what we expect. All right, that's going to be the best I can do. I don't know what's going on with this thing. My technology is not very technological. I've got the previous revision of the holocron recorder. Got to upgrade my holocron maker, holocroner. Think of a good name, guys. What is the thing which produces holocam? We got to think of a good name for a holocron equipment that I can blame my bad green screen on. They announced on the forums that GAC will stick to this schedule for the whole season and go back to the normal. And yeah, okay. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me that they got to stick with it for the whole round. Darth Loquitur, good news. I'll skip all the Piets. You know someone who has a relic 8 houndstooth now. Congrats on Dark Trooper. How has he been? I haven't had a chance to experiment with him too much. Nice. I managed to catch a live stream. Hey, Desan. Holocronizer. Sith Repeater. Sith Repeater. Interesting. Holo Projector. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Boxing references. Sith Talk. Sith Talk. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. All right. Cool. For anybody who hasn't hit their lightsaber on the way in, there's a graphic up. It shows you how fun and satisfying that can be to just put your lightsaber through the like button. Absolutely destroy it. That's the best thing to do for the for the like button for the channel. I got to take a quick look at my arenas. We got to try to get in a couple quick arena games. I haven't played at all, and I do want to try to get placement. Now, on the Loquitur account, I'm down in the top 200. So my little Padme team won't hold on to top 100 anymore. So as long as I'm in the top 200, I'm just completing quests at this point. And we can mess around if you all want. Let's see, what's this guy got? Let's see if we can outspeed him with a garbage team here. Let's see what we got. Let's see, we've got a team somewhere here that we can mess around with. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just do a mix of Empire stuff with Geo Brute Alpha in there to tank a few hits. And we'll see if we can go off before him. All right, let's give the weapon tech over to Vader. All right, here he goes. Oh, his Vader's going to kill all my stuff. Look at that. And we're ability blocked. Nothing to be done here. Go first, win. Look at that. What'd Wat Tambor do for me? Nothing. 0. All right, we're just messing around. Let's go over here. See if we can hit up some squad arenas over here. Dark helmet, it's fine to hit. I should have put Kylo in there against this guy. Screen. Oh yeah, I was late changing the screen. Sorry about that, guys. Screen. All right, we link up this Kylo. We link it up with Sith Trooper over here. Yeah. The faster Vader wins that matchup. All right. Do your sweep. Give me my third ingot. That's all we care about. We'll go over here, take some armor away from this guy. We just want armor to get a turn. And then we just put this on auto. And then we can talk about something else. What arena rank are you on the Loquitur account again? I'm getting the 100 to 200. So the rewards for 200 are better. It's like 75 crystals or something like that, I think. Do you regret doing tenacity mods early on the Loquitur account since the new guide replaces it with health? The new guide is based on players who may or may not have ever played the game before, so health is a very safe thing to farm, but absolutely not. No, I'm farming tenacity mods again right now. There's a couple characters in the game like Enfys Nest that I want to mod with tenacity. If I bring up SLKR early in the game, I'll mod him with a lot of tenacity as well. So for the characters that I want tenacity for, I want to have good tenacity sets. For a brand new player starting out the game, health is the first set that you can get to 5-dot mods with. So it's a better recommendation for newer players just because it's easier to play that. We can also mess around with the Negotiator just a little bit if we want to, because I've got the 5-star Negotiator on this account, and it's not in great shape yet. We did also get Anakin's ship to 7 stars, so that'll be in this week's update, but check him out. We did get Anakin's ETA all the way up to 7 stars, so that ship is pretty much done now. Yeah, it's done. It's got everything. Maxed out 72,000 galactic power in one ship. Yikes. The Negotiator is 6 across the board. Not on this yet, though. We're a little bit of prestige short of being 6s across the board. But that's how far we've gotten the Negotiator. We got to get this guy geared up. And right now, he's just every single gear tier. He's so greedy. Look at this guy. He wants Carbantes. He wants, I think, 3 sets of stun cuffs. 1 over here and then 2 more over here. And the guy just, it's unending greed with this guy, every gear tier. So we're having a hard time getting him geared up while we're working on our other projects, but we'll hopefully get there. So let's pick somebody that, let's see, who we got here. Dark Disciple might still be climbing, so we'll avoid him. We got Topher here with the Finalizer fleet. I suppose we can go in there and mess around on this Finalizer fleet. Crazy seeing as many SLKRs in your arena as you do. My arena is all JML. Yeah, top 200. 100 is 100 crystals and 75 crystals on top 200. Yeah. Tenacity is solid. Let's see. What do we want to put in here? I think we just got to put the Ahsoka in as the starting ship. I haven't even had a chance to mess around with this, guys. Like, I haven't got to practice this 5-star negotiator at all. So I don't even know what it's going to do. I've played like 3 battles with it. Got to practice, though. Got to practice, practice, practice. All right, don't put that on Anakin. All right, good. We like that. Let's see. Let's target the shuttle and see if we can get ability to block the shuttle first. Ooh, that was a big hit. So you get extra damage for doing a crit with that skill that he just pulled off. And he got the crit. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Well, let's just do the big damage. Get an assist. Get the shuttle out of here. Too much tickling on this silencer. We got to get this thing taken out now at this point. We've hit it with a couple area effects. Ooh, there's the Hound's Tooth. Nasty. All right, let's see what we can do here. What do we want to do? Bring in another tank? Yeah, let's bring in another tank. Just do our thing till we can get back around to this area effect on the Hound's Tooth. I'm probably playing this all kinds of wrong. The chat's probably screaming at me right now. Let's see. Yeah, we can do this. And we'll just give it over to Anakin. Let him kill my my little... Okay, let's see. Bring in Plo, get everybody healed back up. We'll give turn meter for right now. See if we can get the buff immunity back up. Alright, we're back in the game. Let's see if we can finish off this silencer. Or the TIE Special Forces or whatever that was. Yeah, we don't want to make anybody taunt right now, so we're just gonna try to finish off this finalizer. The ult should do it. All right, good. Now let's check chat and see how many mistakes I made. All right, nice negotiator power. I'm stuck at the exact same place on GK with the stun gun pain. Yeah, the ship is gonna be awesome for you. Why is your audio low? I got the audio turned up normal. Does it seem low to other people? I'll just get closer to the mic if that's the case. Since you said something about Boss Hound's Tooth, I went ahead and relicked him. Nice. Good, good. I was catching up on the last 2 streams and forgot he was live today. Oh, yeah, because of the weird schedule. Seems weird to me that Clone Sergeant is not a tank, but his ship is. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. All right, let's see. We can demo some First Order fleet over here as well. Let's see, First Order, this guy, fine. We'll go in here. This is where a Plo first reinforcement is pretty useful. Audio is fine on my end. All right, let's see. Audio is normal like always. Okay. All right. So with this arrangement, we just work on Sunfac first. We do not want him coming in and out with his taunt. So the best way to deal with Sunfac is just to focus everything you've got, reduce them by one ship starting out. It leaves you susceptible to all that shenanigans, and you do take the hit from the hyena bomber. Not much you can do. All right, we're going to take away his turn meter. Pass it over to Kylo again. Just keep taking turns. I don't know if it's worth bringing in Plo just to get buzz droids off the shuttle. I think not. We have to save the Cassian's U-Wing in case this brings in the Millennium Falcon as a reinforcement. You have to be able to deal with that Millennium Falcon. All right, spy. Let's see. We just got to keep working on this hyena bomber. Oh, dear Lord. That's probably going to be a loss. Yikes. All right. Let's see if we can get him killed. Well, let's kill spy. Feel better about that. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? We can't stun him. We might be able to stun him. All right, back in it. Let's bring in the Hound's Tooth just to have something to hide behind for a minute. They'll kill him, but not much we can do about that. Oh, he didn't get the buff immunity. That's good. Now we got buzz droids on our silencer, so it's pretty much over. All right. Just got to live. Oh, we had one more shot on that guy in the back and we'd have been fine. But, yeah, the timing on that didn't go so well. All right. That happens from time to time. Let's get back in here on this squad arena. Take. We'll do Kylo Ren. No mask. Mask free. He's been fully vaccinated, and with the new CDC guidelines, he does not have to wear a mask if he chooses not to anymore. So he's not on the Walmart banned list like he used to be. He used to show up to Walmart, and they were like, sorry, you can't come in here with no mask. Now he's okay. He's vaccinated. He's good. No problems. Kylo Ren responsible. All right, let's give protection back to these guys. On the wrong screen again. Yeah, that's boring though. You guys know how this is going to work, right? We put that on and then we just put it in auto and go to sleep. Were you satisfied with your fast spy or better offense arrow? Oops. So, let's see. Loquitur presents a guided meditation. Oh. I had it on the wrong screen for the fleet, huh? Well, doing the best I can, guys. Sorry about that. Got to change my setup a little bit here. All right. All right, we'll try to get the screens arranged. I'll keep switching back and forth because I'm going to do arenas. We'll switch this one right at the last minute, right when C's about to kill him. All right, let's see. What do we got over here that we can actually fight? Night Sisters is easy. This is easy. If we want to climb a little bit, just to make sure. we'll do this. We'll put in the Yoda instead of the 5s. I felt like I was going to build 5s. You know, I really thought I was going to build 5s and a ship to go along with this whole Negotiator plan that I cooked up. But I didn't. You know, 5s got stuck somewhere in the middle, and now he's just kind of chilling. So 5s would be pretty good on this team. Yoda's too frail. Things that kill the rest of the team with area effect kill Yoda in one shot, so he's not a very good addition to this team right now. All right, let's get this Anakin out of here. Savior popped, Anakin popped, Jolie Bindo next. So this is one of the topics that I want to talk about today with regards to, I put chess in the title. I want to talk about a little bit with chess. And the Revan team is a great example of a chess level concept in the game. Because when you start out against these guys, who is the number one character that you have to kill on a Revan team? What one character out of the team we just saw, let's say Jedi Knight Anakin, Bastila, Yoda, Revan himself, Jolie Bindo, what's the one character that you have to kill first on that team? I think that pause was enough. Everybody must know by now that it's Bindo. If you don't kill Bindo, all the Jedi that you kill are coming back. So until you manage Bindo, you're not winning that matchup. But it's just like chess. Bindo is like a queen or a rook. You know, it's a powerful piece sitting in the background. You need to kill it before you can move your game forward, but you just can't get to it because there's a whole bunch of other stuff in the way protecting it. Meanwhile, you've got the Yoda as a damage dealer, JKR as a damage dealer. In this case, we had Jedi Knight Anakin as a damage dealer. So you got to go after those first. You got to get rid of the Anakin, because if you just start going after Bindo and you let Anakin go off and do his thing, then you're in trouble, right? So you've got to pick targets that are not the target that you want to kill. And meanwhile, while you're trying to sort that out, you've got the rest of the battle going on around you with characters that you don't want to kill or can't kill first. So it's this idea of threat levels, right? So all of these characters in the JKR team, except Bastila really isn't as much of a threat as the other 4, but everybody on that team represents a huge threat. And if you don't sort it out and get that taken care of in the right way, then it's hard. And you do want to get Savior popped on whoever's the easiest character for you to kill. You don't want to go after Bindo for the Savior, because if you're trying to kill Bindo to pop Savior, that's a long haul. So you go after somebody else first, kill them and pop Savior, and potentially sometimes you even have to kill like a Yoda or a Jedi Knight Anakin a second time and let Bindo revive one Jedi, then kill him a third time, and then go after Bindo. In teams where the Bindo is really, really tough, that's actually the order you have to do. You have to kill somebody for Savior, you have to kill a second time, then you have to let him revive, kill him a third time, and then try to sort out Bindo. For example, kill Yoda. Once you get Yoda gone off the team and Bindo's got his revive on cooldown, then you have the break that you need to kill Bindo. But that takes so long that if you don't have a good enough defensive team, you're dead. Your team is dead. That's the problem. All right. Let's see. Don't go after Bindo. The weakest, exactly. Trigger Savior on Yoda for Jolie. Kill Grandmaster Yoda first, lowest hit points. But in that particular comp, if you kill Yoda first, you trigger Anakin. So you actually have to kill Anakin first so as not to trigger his ability off of killing Yoda. If you can kill the king straight away, but sometimes you got to go get that queen first. Yeah. You could go for Grandmaster Yoda or Anakin if you ability block Jolie the whole time and then kill Jolie. Bastila battle meditation is insane. I'd argue Jolie is consistent the best modded character in the game across most rosters, so he's usually the hardest tank to kill if you know anything about mods. That's the case. A decently modded Bindo will not be critically hit. And once you're not being critically hit, the difficulty escalates a lot for whether or not you can survive that. All right, now we got, oh boy, we've got the two big boys here at 3 and 2. We're looking for who's in number 4. Number 4, another 400 power rebel fleet coming up through. No, doesn't have Han's Millennium Falcon in the starting 3. I'm imagining we're going to see it as a reinforcement. All right, let's see how badly this goes. We can't do the area effect first. I suppose we could do it on... So we'll get that. We'll get target lock. Let's do it on Biston. Let's see if we can keep him from going into stealth. That doesn't help because now we triggered the the Houndstooth. All right, that was a mistake on my part. I forgot Houndstooth was going to get in the way like that. Okay, let's just do damage. Keep working on this Biston behind the scenes here. Who do we have as a reinforcement that makes this harder? We'll just bring in the sergeant again. More stuff. Get back around to Anakin's AoE as soon as we can. All right, let's do some damage again. Get these buffs off. Keep chipping away. Do we want to... Yeah, let's stay safe and go ahead and... Hey, use that skill on everybody. Our capital ship's going 1,000 miles an hour right now because we got all these instances of Valor up. All right, there's the Millennium Falcon that we expected. Let's just take that off. Man, we're doing really badly against this. I don't know my matchups, guys. I do not know my matchups very well against well, anything. We're just going to bring this guy in and pull an assist right now. This is the assist. Yeah. Maybe we should just work our way through Biggs right away at the start of this. Biggs just gets way too much good stuff. Too much protection back, this guy. All right, that should be Biggs gone. Yeah, let's just do the alt. Let's see. Let's kill this. Hope the bomb kills it. Ahsoka down. All right, now the bomb should kill that. Piston out. Oh, bring in our Plo. Plotastic. Plotastic. All right. I feel like made like 8 blunders on that and still managed to pull it out somehow. All right. Does anybody know how to pronounce this name? I assume that's Russian. I mean, I see these letters and I want to pronounce them like Anglicanized, but I know that they wouldn't be pronounced like that. Does anybody know the pronunciation? I'd be curious to know how to pronounce this name. That person finally joined our fleet shard. Yay. So they're now part of it. Okay, let's see. In a standard JKR lineup, go for the lowest hit point target to trigger Savior. Unless you use Treya. Those should be easy kills. Use the TIE Bomber as a reinforcement to stack the irresistible burning. I don't have TIE Bomber. No TIE Bomber. I mean, I could have the TIE Bomber. I've got... How much do I have on this TIE Bomber? Where is he? 171, so I could have a 5-star TIE Bomber. I'm just going to wait till I get him to 6, though. I can't control my galactic power on fleet on this account. It's crazy. Every time I think, I'm good to go. Look at this. Look at this fleet power. It's too high, right? Like, I'm always too high on fleet power. I want to get to, like, 600, 800. That would be good. But, everything that I want to do over in fleet would take me over that target. So, actually 600, 900. The way I target it, it would be 600 in fleet and 900 in characters. And I'm not even close to that. I'm way over. So I would have to pack on another 135,000 character power before I put on another 40,000 ships to stay where I want to be. So that's crazy. That's not good. All right. Here's a similar team to mine. We can fight that real quick. Check the screen, make sure I'm on the right screen. I think I am. Target their Anakin. Just do a single shot on the Kenobi. All right. We'll do a big hit here. Trigger their Anakin. Now we can do health. And hopefully I can finish off this Anakin. Nope, he lived. All right, we're just going to do this to trigger the buff removal. All right, let's see. Let's kick. Let's see if we can finish him off. All right, you made me angry. Hulk. Jedi Knight Hulk. All right, guys, I need to pass through the like screen on my way to the other screen because it seems like a lot of people have joined who have not used their lightsabers. So please employ the power of the dark side. Get those lightsabers out. Slash through the like button. Kill it. Make it go away. We do not like it. We do not want it on our screen. Okay, squad over here again. This guy takes first spot. He's on the same payout as me, so I can't touch him. We'll go after War Lady Anna. This person has ridiculous mods on their SLKR. Ridiculous. It's like 13-7 offense or something like that on this character. Well, probably the highest offense SLKR I've seen. Just crazy stats on this character, which is awesome. I mean, I respect anybody who, gets that combination of luck and perseverance that required to pull that off. All right, going after my SLKR. We do not like it. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, bro. All right, put that on auto. Then we can go catch up on chat. It's the Russian version of Maul Eliza. It's Drat Borat. Drat Borat. Interesting. Doesn't matter if you're running Malevolence or Negotiator in any high-level fleet, they all run TIE Bomber. I don't run TIE Bomber. Maybe I should. Maybe I should start putting TIE Bomber into my First Order fleet. It's the Russian version of Maul Eliza, huh? Darth Borat. Interesting. And to think I will need 4 fleets at 3.1 million. Yeah. I'm there now thinking I need more fleet power on my alt. Sitting here at 1.2 characters and 1 million of ships. Do it. Unlocked EP and got my first 7-star tune on my alt. Beat tier 4 of Tarkin Fleet Challenge and Darth Loquitur streaming. Man, today's been a great day. That's cool. That's a lot of stuff. What's the obsession with Maul Eliza? So Maul Eliza is one of the pre-generated character names, and what the big deal is I am not a fan of keeping the pre-generated names. I think people need to rename themselves. So I'm sad to know that it's a pre-generated name, but Drat or Darth Borat. I feel like it's a prank, right? Like that Borat's going to come over here and start pranking me. Everybody named Borat is a prankster. Some people can't change the name if they have an underaged account. All right, we ready for the rematch on this Maul Eliza over here? Yeah. Underaged account locks him out of name change. I know that, but I guess I don't know. I think most kids probably don't put themselves in as underaged. Who knows? Oh, we didn't kill him this time. It's an interesting matchup. We'll get him now. Put a stun on this. Oh, no stun. Put damage over times on myself. Now we'll get the plow going. We'll put taunt here to distract him for a few minutes. That's the ship I care about the least. And I want to keep my plow alive long enough to... yeah, we got to stun this spy. He's going to go into stealth. There's not much we can do about that, but we'll be able to kill him here. And get a... Oh, he dodged. Shucks. That would have gotten me an instance of foresight as well, which would have been good right there. All right, now we got the turn meter. Let's take turn meter away from this guy. Line up another big hit soon. All right, now they'll go after Plo because for some reason the computer prioritizes him like crazy. So they'll take out Plo next, which is fine. All right, now what to do? Let's try to drive another turn over here onto... let's see. We got to bring in this just to strip the debuffs off of him. Keep him in the battle. Now they'll go after my shuttle. All right, now we got to get this spy out of here. Try another big hit on him. All right, he didn't dodge that one. That's good. We get a dodge on the debuffs, get an assist over here. And don't lose track of which Vulture droid is the original Vulture droid. So if you ever find yourself in this fight, you always got to look at whichever Vulture droid is the original and make sure that you don't accidentally end up in the wrong spot, killing the wrong Vulture droid there at the end. Happened to me more than once before. I misremember where the Vulture droid is, and then you're stuck. All right, against this guy, we're gonna go back to the Geo fleet because we really don't want to stick these guys with my Negotiator fleet to try to beat. That's not really fair. So we'll do this. Hit point bar should be the indicator the copies have less health. While the Negotiator is not 7 stars, you can tell that. once the Negotiator gets to 7 stars, it's pretty hard to tell. All right, we're just going to do an area effect here. And then we're going to try to kill. Oh, he put me under stealth, so I can't. That's disappointing. All right. So as long as we have stealth, Sunfac is going to pop up with the taunt and be in our way. Keep us from killing that Kylo Ren. Because of the early damage, I'm just going to bring in Plo right away. Keep my guys alive, feed some turn meter, and then we can take out this Kylo Ren. And it very quickly looks like an even battle, and then Plo comes in, and it doesn't look very even anymore. Spy's going to kill somebody off because that's what he does. Well, yeah, we're just going to leave that alone for now. We'll pop this onto Spy. Finish taking out the soldier. Now we'll put Taunt over here. Next time Spy goes, he should be getting rid of that forced taunt that he's got on him. Doesn't matter. Alright, so we're number 1 in fleet over here. We can just be done with that. And take a look at some Grand Arenas. Alright. So for anybody who's watching and wants to, take an example or a bad example from what I'm doing, be polite in these arenas, guys. If I leave that Negotiator fleet in there, there's some of these guys who can't cycle their way to the top, and I could probably hold that top spot with that Negotiator fleet this early in my fleet shard. But that's not helping anybody else. As long as, and I may have to go in there because Dark Disciple may need to use me as a springboard. So I may need to check one more time. But leave a squad in there. Once you get your SLKR up and running, and you can take first place, if other people can't beat your SLKR, leave them something they can beat. Come back in an hour and a half later, put in your SLKR again. Let them drop you to about 10th place, and then lock it back in with your Galactic Legends so you don't fall too far. But be courteous. You only need to be first for a couple minutes during your payout every day. You don't need to be first any other time. It doesn't help you. It doesn't. And if you're experimenting like I do, like I messed up against with the trooper team, but if you're experimenting, try not to finish out the battle and knock people out of their places when you're out of cycle for your payout. It's just courteous gaming. Nothing to it except just courteous gaming. All right. If you click on the vulture, it will say summon if it's not the real vulture droid. It will? Really? You can also just click and hold on the vulture droid. It brings up a screen that says summon on the vulture droids that are summoned. Well, there you go. That is something that I did not know. And we all learned something new today, or at least I did. If everybody else knew that and I'm just a dope, then there you go. I didn't know that. So you can click until the screen comes up with the droid itself, and then you can see. All right, that's cool. Nice. I learned something new. How did you connect with people in the Arena Shard? Somebody reached out to me, asked if I wanted to join. Loquitur, now that we're first place in every area of the game, let's go do GAC. Start taking top spots and then contact the guys that climb regularly. Darth Loquitur, if you aren't first, you're last. Knock out everybody no matter what. Yeah, my only point is do that once a day. Do that once a day on your payout. All right, let's get into this Grand Arena. We've been messing around long enough. Win 5 fleet battles. That's not a problem for us to have done. Win 3 fleet battles without a reinforcement. I gotta do that at some point. Gotta mess around and do that. Still got this 3 members of Rogue One. So for the last GAC, it was a loss. We predicted it would be a loss. He actually full cleared everything. So we couldn't get through this Revan team here because of the multiple threats. And again, with the whole chess idea, you know, this squad, there's two ways to play it. So in retrospect, what I could have done, if I knew that I was going to lose that first round, it may have been better for me to kill the Yoda and then just let it time out. Don't worry about the Bindo or Revan or anything else. Just kill the Yoda and let the battle time out. When you come back in for the second round, then you would be fighting Revan and Bindo, which is much easier to fight than Relic Bindo and Relic Yoda. So kind of lessons learned going back in retrospect, trying to think about what I should have done. Once I knew that I knew going in that I was going to have a hard time. What I should have done, I should have used Yoda, popped the Savior, popped Yoda, just let it time out. And then I could have come back in with troopers or something like that, and I would have been able to take out this Bindo and Revan combination and get to the back wall. So lessons learned, we got to, you know, think a little longer and play a little better in the next one. All right, so here we have SLKR Rush going on. Stats on this guy, 583 fleet, 838 characters. He's got about 200,000 galactic power from where I locked in. I locked in at about 122 or something like that, I think. Because it didn't save all my changes, I did like another 80,000 galactic power before the lock-in, and it didn't lock in anything. So I'm at about 1.2 on this. So when I look at his squad and his fleet and all that stuff, you know, this is a great offensive fleet. Pretty much doesn't matter what I put on defense. He's probably going to get through it. We've got this Houndstooth, but the Bosk is only 2 stars. So this may have been somebody who bought that initial pack where you get the Houndstooth unlocked at 4 stars with a 2-star Bosk, and then he just hasn't gone after it. So if the Bosk was big, I'd be kind of scared of it. Or, yeah, no, this is probably is it a hyperdrive account? Let me look. Vulture Droid in here somewhere? It doesn't look like a hyperdrive account, right? No Vulture Droid. So yeah, he got the Houndstooth somewhere, but I'm not afraid of it. It's not big enough to scare me. So he can put together 2 pretty competent fleets. And then he's got this set up. So he's got the Emperor going, he's got Vader, but not that big of a Vader yet. And then just Gear 12 First Order stuff for days, right? Like he's pretty well along in his quest. But it really is a rush. There's really nothing else, right? Phoenix into Thrawn into SLKR, done. Just with a Vader. So in terms of chess, let's talk about that threat analysis again. What is the biggest threat out of this guy's account, right? Spreading him thin, like we do for a lot of these guys, isn't as much of an option because with all of these First Order, and with it being 3v3, you can do a Relic, a Gear 12, and a leftover. A Relic, a Gear 12, and a leftover. A Relic on his own. A Relic, a Gear 12, and a leftover. So you've got, 5 teams out of First Order that are very high-quality teams. So stretching him out is not as easy as it is for some of these other accounts. But what do you guys see as the threat? I'm curious. Curious what you see as a threat. Honestly, that should be free to beat for you. KRU, you need a Jedi Knight Anakin on offense. Okay. 88K and I'll be at 7 million. Darth Vader. Wow. Hey, Darth Vader, you should be putting Tactical Genius title on. It would be fitting given the kinds of strategies you discuss. Hey, I appreciate that. I haven't earned the Tactical Genius yet on this account. I've got to do more dazes or something like that. I don't know. I don't pay any attention to the quests or titles or anything else. I really don't. For the longest time on my main account, I just had the picture of Kira and the title Witch, and like I don't even care. I don't care. So I think if they made a really cool title, I would probably want it. They made the Red Sith Trooper as a picture, so I took that for a little while. But if anything, I like to put bad titles on to throw my opponents off. If I had the #1 title like Premier Kyber Combatant, I would never use it because then people would go, oh man, he's good. I would rather just, throw off with a bad title so that if people don't recognize me, they don't know. KRU is easy to kill, so I think the scariest thing here is the Sith Trooper. That quest gives you 5 Zetas and 10 Omegas, though. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Cool. KRU and Sith Trooper are scariest. Can you repeat the situation and the question? Yeah, so, I mean, people have gotten it. So the problem with this account is if he pairs up Kylo Ren unmasked with the Sith Trooper on defense with anything else, like if he did Kylo Ren unmasked Sith Trooper and First Order Stormtrooper as a second tank, as a defense, there's nothing in my account that's going to get through this. Because I can't work through Kylo Ren unmasked fast enough to get to him, and his damaging and output is just sickening. And if you put in 2 tanks in this character, I don't have anything that's going to chew through that. My Padme team could in 5v5, but in 3v3, by the time they trigger something, they're going to be killing it. So if he puts this on defense, I'm pretty much done, right? Pretty much done. So what I do to counter that, I take my 2 very best defenses that I own in the Padme team here and in the Geos up here, and we put the biggest, baddest defenses we can, because you can see, guys, what happened. He had to pick one to beat with his Kylo Ren team, and he picked Padme, and he beat it. And now he's facing down Geos in front of ships, and because he had to use so many resources to beat me, now he's run out, and he petered out in the battle against the. Maybe he's still playing, but he's got a drop battle here and a drop battle here. So if he had put his Kylo Ren on defense, if he'd have put his big stuff on defense, I think it would be a 0 zone clear. I don't think he would have been able to get through anything without keeping his relics on offense. So by doing that, by putting my very 2 best defensive teams up, I set up this situation where if he plays the defense that I'm afraid of, I get a 2 zone clear and he gets potentially nothing. If he keeps it for offense, I don't care. I've still got a long enough roster that I can work my way through his team successfully. So that's a bit the strategy here. And, somebody who said it's a free win, it's not a free win. It's not free, but because he's top heavy with those few characters and only really has the ability to put together like 2 good teams out of the whole roster. That's what and again, guys, if you rush SLKR without doing what I call stabilizing the account first, that's where you end up. You end up in a situation where you have limited options in Grand Arena. It's not always bad, but limited options. All right, so what we have here is a Rebel team, and he's already got 3 Zetas, 203 speed. Han will shoot first. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay. So what do we take in against these guys? I feel like Vader is going to clean this up. Troopers are probably overkill. I could take in like 1 or 2 characters, but then the stun might mess me up. What do we think about Jedi? Maybe Jedi is the right play here. Who's the other good Jedi that we can use? Ahsoka? So we could do 3 Jedi here, and then whoever they shoot first, I don't really care, because when Bastila goes, if somebody's stunned, she can free him up. I feel like this works, right? They'll get some resisted buffs if Grandmaster Yoda puts up the tenacity. That'll drive some turn meter for them. But I don't think they win against this team, do they? Vader has anti-rebel mechanics. No Zeta on the shoot first, so that's a plus. He still gets to shoot first, right? The Zeta is just an extra attack at 50% or something. Vader, Watt, Thrawn. Yep. I don't have Watt. I don't have Thrawn. I don't have anything. I got nothing. None of that locked in. So I've got all that stuff in my account, but none of it locked in. Thing is, I can kill a R7 crew with just a Gear 12 Grandmaster Yoda and an R3 JKR. So that's how bad I think the team is. Yeah, with Revan, you can mark down that Sith trooper and just kill him behind KRU, so that team is a non-issue. It's academic. You laugh it off. You mark the red guy, you kill him, and then crew can't do enough damage anymore to hurt you. I could bring in a team that could try to get to the red trooper, but with all of the ways that a crew has to get taunt back, you get stuck behind it. All right. 49,000 against rebels. I don't know. I do not want to drop this battle, though, guys. 54,000. Let's do something a little stronger. Let's do the Vader. What do we want for Vader? We need a tank. We really need to get a tank going. All right, so who has priority that they're going to want to shoot first? We could put in Tarkin lead, give us a little more speed, and I don't think we're going to need him somewhere else, and we can still divide up the trooper team just fine. Put in the Vader. And then what's a safe win? Because, or we could just do this, you know, we could just put in the Vader and put in our little, you know, safe team here like this. Because all we got to do is get through it, right? Vader with KRU. Phoenix is strong, and I'm more worried about a Phoenix team than a Relic First Order team. That Bastila lead team was good enough. Those Zetas add up to a lot of GP. It's still a relatively slow team with slow gear. All right. We'll do Jedi then. I'm a little reluctant, though, because, I don't know. I feel like CLS can get out of control if you don't. What? What just happened? Oh, Yoda took a turn. That's what happened. Okay. I got it. I got it now. All right, let's see if we can just scotch Han and... What? He took, like, no damage. What just happened there? That was sickening. All right, let's see. Let's just go over with a basic. Take off his buffs. Spread the love. Keep those going a little longer. Stun this Luke. Jump over there. Kill Luke. All right, and then this Han shouldn't pose much of a threat. You guys were right. 54 banners, not really a threat. Not really a threat. Let's see what we got on the back wall here. Okay, Vader on defense, 56,000. Got to pay some attention to his speed. 210. Not too scary. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 8 is 40. So he's around 250, so I can outspeed him with my Vader if I wanted to do that. I think the troopers come in here and just turn them into applesauce. This is a freebie. So yeah, let's take a look at what troopers could do here. This might be an opportunity for us to... Let's see, Veer, Stark, Piet? I don't want to need 3 troopers. But I think We got to go here, and then we're good. And then Veers will call the mass assist. Did I speed my Veers up on this account too? 235. Yeah, I made him faster because of the whole conquest thing. So he's going pretty quick. Stark, Piet. I don't know. I think this is good enough. And we can save that snowtrooper for some shenanigans somewhere else. Chewbacca makes that comp a whole new ball game. I'd say Vader and Piet run Tarkin or Veers. Run Tarkin on Veers? Nah. We're going to do it this way. We're just going to clean 54 banner win, no problems. And then we'll move on. Power up. Let's put this... I'm actually going to put this on Palpatine because I may kill Thrawn just from the overflow. All right, not quite. All right, let's put this on Stark. And then he's got to kill Thrawn. And then we got to kill Palpatine. Let's see. Vader got a turn. That's not fair. That is not fair, guys. All right, so now we've got this. Jedis. What do we got up here? Phoenix, right? Slow Phoenix. What do we think about Vader? Just Vader. There's no stun here, right? We don't have Zeb in here to stun. What do you guys think about just Vader? Vader solo Phoenix. No stun. Yeah, without Zeb, I think it's I think this is okay, right? I think this is okay. Experiment a little bit, get some extra banners. Power it up. We'll put that over here. We'll call out Ezra. Smack Hera. Oh, that's it. 56 banners. Those rebels, that was like a hallway scene, guys. That was like the end of Rogue One right there. That's how Rogue One ended. All right, then what can we do back here? What do we think of this? I think that's good, right? Quite possible that the opposing team doesn't even get to take a turn. We just mow them down. Was there even a question if Vader can kill Phoenix? There's always a question. You never know. Might get surprised. All right, mow them down, boys. Oh, man, Snowtrooper, what are you doing? That was weak sauce. Yoda's going crazy over here. Come on, get him. Their bonus protection is gone now, though, so feeling pretty good about this. Oh, man, come on. Ability block, really? Stop taking my turn meter. Oh, this is taking needlessly longer than it should. All right. Those little Jedi holding up, trying to do some good stuff. If it was Relic Phoenix, if it was Relic Phoenix, then I would already feel like I've won the battle before we even start. Don't you guys feel like that? If somebody Relics Phoenix, you've pretty much automatically won. I feel like that. One reinforcement. I don't feel like this partial First Order fleet has much going on against me. Cassian's just in case I need to pull an assist. I guess. I really want to finish building this ship, but again, I got so dang much ship galactic power. I want to build this. I want to build that bomber. My character's got to get going so that I can build some stuff. If it was Tarkin AoE doing work. Welcome Renard the Fox. Renard is Fox. Fox the Fox. Fox. Fox and Fox. Relic Phoenix just seems like a waste of parts. Relic Phoenix is dumpster instead of trash can. I can see that. Yeah. Relic Phoenix is a whole dumpster on fire, not just a trash can. All right, let's see. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna take some hits, get stunned. Soldier's gonna die. Don't put it on Sunfac. That would be smart. All right, we're gonna do area effect here just to try to get a touch of damage on someone. All right, and then we're gonna take this silencer and we're gonna kill it in one hit. Oh, we did not. Take a second hit. All right, this guy can be stunned. Take away a turn. Ooh, Vader. Seems like an opportunity to bring in Plo. Get rid of this massive amount of debuffs everywhere. We'll just hand over turn meter. And we'll work on Vader. And this is a big Vader, right? Nah, it's not too big. All right, we're just going to go after this guy with our mass assist. That's the other big threat on the board. I'm not even scared of Vader. Let's put the taunt over here just to force them to do that, even if they don't want to. Finish off this shuttle. Circle back around to Vader. And then we're going to plow it up. We're going to plow up their ships. That missile was just enough to cost me banners. All right, 59. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Force the action. Chess game, right? Chess game. One piece. Put up a threat. Let them take. Here's a question for you guys. Maybe you know something about chess, maybe not. Oh, let's look at our total banners. What did we get for total banners there? 1329. That's okay. It's pretty decent. Some good wins. So we won, lost, and won. That'll be good for us. So in chess, do you want your pieces to be taken? If I look at my knights and bishops and the rest of the board, is there some point where I say, yes, I want my pieces to be taken? Or is it that you want to keep all your pieces? Somebody knows something about chess. All right, let's claim our free energy. We had feats. I thought I saw, oh, is the feat marker up? All right. Do you want your pieces to be taken, yes or no? Short answer is yes. No, but sometimes yes. If they are in the way, sometimes yes. Yes, if you get an advantage out of it. There's a reason they call them pawns. Pawns are some of the most threatening pieces in the game. So pawns don't have power, they have threat. Because if they get down to the bottom rank and they become a queen or a whatever, so pawns are constantly a threat. Get more Grievous? No more Grievous. He's missing. Rex's Arc 170. We'll go ahead and buy that. I may build that someday. 290. 280. We need this for Veers, right? Is that all we need for Veers? Yeah, what the heck? It's 280. We'll buy it. Finish off that set. All right. So in chess, those pieces, you always want them to give them away. Always. So if you look at endgame chess never contains all the pieces. Maybe you get a lucky checkmate, but the whole idea is to play from the early game into the mid game. And you play your early game opening in a way that you build threats. And you pick certain squares that you're going to attack or defend. And there's multiple layers of offense and defense. And then at some point, when you think it's to your positional advantage, you move a knight or a bishop in a way that really forces your opponent into action. And then there's captures, trade some pieces out. Then you jockey for position for a couple moves again. So it's always this idea that you're going to use your pieces to get positional advantage. And, queen sacrifices are always beautiful, where somebody puts their queen where the opponent really has to take the queen. And once they take the queen, they're in a position where they just lose the game, and that's awesome, if you have the foresight to be able to do that. So when we were talking about stabilizing accounts the other stream, I thought about that, and I thought, chess is really a great way to talk about stabilizing your account. You don't just build a queen, right? You still need to have knights and rooks, because if you started a chess game with no bishops and knights to trade, you're really hurting, And yeah, I mean, if you're Hikaru or Magnus Carlsen, you don't. You could probably have 4 pieces on the board and beat most people, but but for people at an equal level, you need all your pieces. So it's a little bit about, the Geo team is like a bishop or a knight. It's not a queen, it's not a rook, it's not one of your beautiful endgame pieces, but you need those Geos to trade off. You need them. You need to make a trade against your opponent and trade something they've got for something you've got and leave yourself with an advantage. So that's really what the account stabilization is about in terms of Grand Arena. It's about building these little accounts, little character teams that are going to hold up and take something away from your opponent. And again, I'll trade a bishop for a bishop if it's positional. If I have better dominance on the dark squares and I just give away my light side bishop, I don't care. Maybe it's trying to help control the light side, but if I'm really putting up my power on the dark side squares, I'll keep the dark side bishop, trade off the light side bishop for advantage, and then, come in flexing the queen later. You always want to lose some of your forces to draw out and make the most important of your enemy pieces vulnerable. Yeah, or for your own development. I mean, there's times where you make almost even a bad trade, but if that bad trade ends with the last capture being your queen, and now your queen came out of the back rank and is developed and is in the middle of the board providing a threat, sometimes a capture sequence is good enough just because at the end of it, the end of the capture sequence is you developing a piece. And then your opponent's in a position where they have to move into development, and then you're, into retreat or whatever you have to do if they threaten your queen. Queen's Gambit is an opening in chess with a sacrifice. Rarely anyone does it without knowing why they're doing it. He just broke the law of guild store currency. I did? What? I bought Chirotechs out of the Grand Arena store currency. That wasn't guild store currency. Did I make a mistake? I don't think I did. I thought I bought that with Grand Arena currency, I thought. Why only Cairo computers from the Champ store? Yeah, it's only Kairos. So I mostly buy Cairo computers. I also buy the shock prods there sometimes. But yeah, I don't want to have to farm the Cairo computers. So that's the thing. So if we go over to this Allura account and we look at how many Cairo computers I have, I imagine it's going to be a lot. I don't like the farming nodes for the Cairo computers. That's the issue. So if we look at we got shock prods up over here too. So I run myself low on them. We'll find a character that needs Cairo computers over here somewhere. Who needs them? Let's see. Somebody needs them for a finisher somewhere, right? 188. So that's, I buy these until they're not a problem. And I've had like up to 400 on this account before, and I'm still buying them. So I just don't like to farm them. You know, the nodes that have the Chirotech don't have other exciting stuff that I want. It's not a horrible node, and sometimes you need these things, but it's not a good node either. And it's 10 energy for one piece. It doesn't have a gold piece. These pieces aren't that good for scavenger. So yeah, I just don't want to farm it. And all of the other stuff that pops up in the Galactic or the Grand Arena store, there's a lot of good stuff. This is actually a very well priced store. So like if you wanted to buy these biotechs or something like that out of this store, this is a very well priced store. There's no problem with that. It's just that if I save up my currency and buy those computers, then I don't have to farm them, and I always have enough. So that's a bit what the logic is. I got to go back to the Loquitur account and look and make sure that I did what I thought I did. Yeah, that's right. I bought those out of the championship store. Yep. Had me thinking I spent my guild event tokens there for a second. I panicked. Had to run. A game of cards and dice. Trade your Geos for their Vader so they can trade their Vader for your Padme. So they can't trade their Vader for your Padme. You got it. That is exactly it. You know, you pull the resources. You do that bishop trade so that you don't have to worry about, you know, using your queen to take that bishop. You just take it with your bishop and let your bishop get taken, and you know, try to come out of it with a positional advantage. But you never make it through to the end game without some losses, right? It's a pretty rare game, or your opponent has to be pretty bad for you to do that. And that also happens in Grand Arena. I mean, there are times where I see an opponent like the guy today, and I just beef up my defenses and I just slam down the iron wall of solitude and just say, good luck to you, you know. And if they don't play it right, then it's possible. And that's like, you know, getting a checkmate without losing any of your pieces. I lost one bishop, and then he put his king in a bad spot, and I trapped him in a corner. You know, it's the same kind of thing. It can happen, but it doesn't happen against opponents that play the same way we do. All right. Good luck today. Need to drop my lightsaber for you. Hey, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you. Okay. We got a couple accounts that we can review. We were talking about this Myler guy from last time, and we didn't get around to reviewing his account because we had somebody drop a big old dono in my drop a big donation, and I felt obligated to take a look at his stuff. But we got Myler. We can take a look at his account today real quick, if you guys want to see some account review stuff. All right, let's see what he's got. 2.8 million, about 1 million in ships and 1.8 in characters. And this is a little off. So if I see 1.8 here, I want to see like 1.2 here. I like that, you know, 2 to 3 ratio kind of thing. So 12 to 18. So might be needing a little bit more beef over in ships. Number 36 in fleet. Interesting fleet. What do we got here? We've got a 4-star Anakin with Vader. This is weird. That's a weird fleet, bro. All right, and then we got the Sith Eternal over here. Wow. Okay. The count was at 2.8, and we've got a Sith Eternal. That's good. That's very good. All right, let's take a look over here. We've got a Relic Anakin. Need to build that ship up a little more. We've got a Relic Vader. 6 stars on that ship. Ooh, these kinds of ships scare me, guys. These kinds of ships scare me, where we've got a Relic level character. And look at this. We've got 47,000 galactic power tied up in this ship. But because of the low stars on the ship, the multipliers are garbage. It's like a 1.1 multiplier here, and then like 1.3, 1.5, 1.7, 2.1, 2.3. I don't remember the exact order of the multipliers. But you have less than half of your multiplier with 3 stars. So this is what I always say. If you're going to put a relic character into a ship, this is a ton of galactic power. This is 40,000 galactic power with a relic ship that's really mediocre, right? And if we get this ship built up, just, at least to 6 stars, 5 or 6 stars at least, then it'll really start kicking in and it'll be more effective in fleet. It's better to have a big character with a smaller ship, though. I mean, so in the grand scheme of things, a 3-star with a relic level character is still a functional ship. It'll do something for you. But you really want to get the stars up on these things. And I would say, since you've already committed to this and you've already started skilling these ships, you got to finish. You got to see it through to the end. You got to build these things all the way and have your Empire fleet. All right, Houndstooth down here. Got some attention, but not much. Pilotless Rebel Y-Wing, 4 stars. Some Rebel stuff. So maybe we're using a Rebel fleet as one of our defensive fleets. Help me out with the cutoff, guys. Maybe chat can say, where's the cutoff for fleet now? You need 4 fleets at, is it 3.1 million galactic power where you already need 4 fleets? So this counts close enough to needing 4 fleets that you actually do have to have 4 fleets. And we got Rebels, we've got Empire, we've got some Galactic Republic stuff that could go somewhere. We've got Bounty Hunters. But yeah, the 4 fleets that we've got then would be Executrix, Chimera, Endurance, and Home 1. So this would be a mediocre fleet. This would be a mediocre fleet. It's weird because you could have a decent Home 1 fleet, but the ships for Home 1 aren't that good. And you could have 2 decent dark side ships, dark side teams, but your dark side ships aren't built up. I love talking about ships. I love it. I love talking about ships, guys. So we could run the Geos. We've got Geos here. We could run the Geos under Tarkin, for example, and then the Rebel or the Imperial fleet under Chimera. So we can have 2 good dark side fleets. Then we can probably put a few Rebels and a few Bounty Hunters and then just have whatever's left over for Galactic Republic. All right, so we can mix and match 4 fleets out of this in some kind of way. Let's see what the chat's saying. 3.1 million. Scimitar is awesome. Don't sleep on it. Yeah, no, Scimitar is a good ship. Finish it. My point is not that you made a mistake in making the Scimitar. My point is 7-star Scimitar, 7-star B-28. Once you've committed to relicking these characters and building their ship and unlocked it, finish it. They're good ships. They're good ships, but finish them. Finish him, like the old Mortal Kombat. Let's see, what's Ollie saying? Or 2 good offense fleets and 2 trash defense with a very good team in front. Hi, Uncle Darth. How you doing? I assume that's nephew Evan Bob and not actually Mindy. You need an alligator pointer like Ross Perot. Get an alligator pointer. Nice. All right. So interesting stuff in ships. Let's go over, take a look at his account, see what he's got over here. Sith Eternal, Vader, Palpatine, Revan. We've got the Jedi Knight Revan. Got Padme team. Hermit Yoda. Enough Jedi to make both a Padme team as well as a Jedi Knight Revan team. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Ezra Bridger down here. We've got Moff Gideon coming up. Looks like he's trying to relic Moff Gideon. Got Kenobi on the way. He's having Kenobi problems too. That guy is just so hard to... The gear tiers are nasty on Kenobi. You got to do it. You got to get him to gear 12. Yeah, I'm assuming he's on your Padme team, so you got to get him up. Barriss coming in with the Zeta Barriss. That's probably his 5th character for his Padme team. That makes sense. I don't see an armorer on this account. So if you've got a Sith Eternal, this character is just helping you way too much. You want that character as an option to help you in this. Maybe you're not having any problems climbing, but you're at 65. So I'm assuming that you're not placing top 10 or something. If you pop that armorer into this team, armor and tank, you can leave Vader in if you want, leave Thrawn in if you want, kick him out, kick the Emperor out, use the set tank and the armorer, and this team will climb to number 1. And then replace him with Wat Tambor if you've got him. Do we have the Sith Empire Trooper tank in here at all? Let's look for that Sith Empire Trooper tank. No. Okay, so that's my advice for this account right away on characters. Build this and the armorer. And it's a weird team. I mean, it's not a Sith team. It's not like geared toward other game modes. But for your Grand Arena climb with this character, you can go to number 1, build the armorer, and build the tank. And then watch some of my videos on how to deal with this. So basically, you want your tank to take a hit and go to half life, trigger the 3rd stack on the armorer. The armorer puts 3 stacks on him, and he becomes pretty much indestructible. Indestructible. Oh, Myler's in the chat. Great. My fleet does look a bit weird, but it works with target lock synergy. Yeah, okay. What is your opinion with running Geos under Akbar? Geos can run like mad under Akbar. The damage that flies out of that team, man, the Geos are already assisting, and then you pull assists with Akbar, and then there's, the big skill with area effect and 2 more assists, and then probably one of your other Geos goes who's not soldier, and soldier assists again, so you often pull like 3 attacks on that. The damage is just through the roof. If you can catch that team behind a Hound's Tooth and just have them, throwing all of their shots into the Hound's Tooth, you can weather the storm. But a good Geo fleet with Home 1 is a devastating early game fleet. Absolutely. So if you build the Geos under Tarkin and then later you want to put an Empire fleet under Tarkin and you just take your Geos and put them under Home 1, 100% acceptable, functional, and awesome. It works really well. Surprisingly well. But you do either have to put all 3 Geos or you put Soldier, Sunfac, and the Vulture droid as your starting 3. You can do that too. Or the Hyena Bomber or something like that. You play it almost like a Malevolence fleet, then bring your Spy in as a reinforcement for even more assists when you're in control of it. All right. Buying finalizer packs with crystals. Nice. No, it's Mindy. Evan Bob is with Dad, just surfing. Oh, well, nice to have you in here. Mindy is definitely dark side. She's got a little bit of a naughty streak like the rest of us. She's a Sith, definitely. It's good to have a few Sith in the family. My wife is more like the goody two-shoes Jedi. Mindy's more like the, more like us Inquisitors, cutting things down for the fun of it. I definitely need to work on those 2 tunes. Since Sith Eternal, I've been filling up my roster a bit more. Yeah, let me go over and see what he said, because he popped some things in here. Filling out the roster with endgame teams. He did Jedi and now Galactic Republic. Working on farming speed mods and putting more effort into fleets. Farming Hound's Tooth and Geo ships. And Geos are getting geared alongside your main projects. So that's not a bad tactic to take. But you've already got the beginnings of 2 good fleets, which are not Geos, and you're too far along. So Geos are one of your 3rd string fleets. Yeah, absolutely. If your Geos get geared up and you get the Geo fleet going, that's no worries. But you've got the Empire fleet, and you've got the beginnings of something going on with this Rebel fleet, right? Especially with the Rebel Y-wing coming along, you've got some stuff. Are you going for Malevolence, Myler? Are you going for Malevolence as your first capital ship? Because then I would say, work on your Anakin. Leave the Geos as one of your third or fourth fleets. So, make 2 fleets that are good out of the ships that you've got already that are good. Use your Geos, with Home 1 or with, Chimera, whatever, and leave them as one of your defensive fleets. And then whenever you get the Negotiator or whatever you get over here, that's going to kind of leapfrog and take over as one of your main fleets. And then you'll have your 4 fleets. So working on the Geos, getting them Watt ready, get your Geos all to 16.5 and be able to do a Watt Tambor shard is a very, very good idea. So don't stop that project. But I wouldn't over-invest in the Geos as a fleet option. All right. Oh man. Now I'm stirring up trouble. I've got the wife and her sister both in chat. Gonna get myself in trouble saying something stupid now. Myler says I keep changing my mind. I think now that I'm gearing Galactic Republic, I'm gonna go Negotiator. Yeah, I think the way your setup is, I think Negotiator is the best bet. And you want to relic that Kenobi anyway for your Padme team. So you building Grievous and the it's not a bad thing to build Malevolence and Grievous, but for your account right now, Kenobi is a better thing to build. Okay, so then more fill-in teams. Are you working on the clones? Let's see what he said over here. Galactic Republic, but not specifically clones. For where your account is at right now, I think gas might be a very good option for you. You've got the Grievous. It wouldn't be bad to build a Grievous team. He's another one of those banner stealing mid-game teams. You could build up his other droids behind him. You've already got the Ewoks worked on C-3PO up to 5 stars, so he's not out of the realm of possibility for you. You want to get this Wicket to 7 stars anyway for the free Zetas. So if you go SLKR next, then you've got a long haul. So what I would do is I would probably go the gas path. I would look that up. First of all, I would build stuff for this Emperor. I would build the armor, and I would build that set tank, and work on your Geos like you said. Then I would work my way through gas. While I was doing that, I would build all of the ships for the finalizer event, and then swing back around to SLKR. So I don't know if that's the help you're looking for, but in the grand scheme of things, that's the plan I would work here. Yeah. Yep. That's what I would do. Stabilize the Sith Eternal team. Work on your troopers. And just so you guys know, I am a fan of building a good trooper team, at least to the point where the 5s is Relic 5. I'm a fan of building that ahead of getting gas unlocked. So if you're looking at the gas requirements and you're just working on that and you're like, after gas, I'm going to build a trooper team, I would never recommend to do it that way. The trooper team is very effective. If you know that you're going to build it someday, building that team up front first under a Shaak Ti lead, and then you're going to have 6 months of that team doing good things for you while you unlock gas. So for me, yeah, I would. That's how I would start the gas path, is I would build that clone team, Relic 5s, get the other guys up, maybe to gear 12, maybe to gear 11, whatever you can afford to do. Swing back into the gas, and then by the time you get to gas, you've already got a functional clone team that's been helping you for a long time. All right, let's get caught up on chat. Wear your lab coat. Oh, nice. Jedi Master Kenobi needs Relic 8 GK. Yeah. Considering you need to have 4 fleets immediately, I'd suggest getting Malevolence to 6-star for Grand Arena, and then push to get Negotiator to 7. Nabokov, I really would do Malevolence first for this account, or the Negotiator first for this account. Yeah, I think it's going to provide better stability. And then you have a choice. I mean, you can go to 7-star Negotiator, or you can just leave a 5-star Negotiator, and you can go with a 5-star Malevolence, and then have some really tricky fleet work for your opponent to get through, because those Geos can go with the Malevolence then, and you've got, even at 5 stars, those fleets they're pretty tricky. They're pretty strong. So your Empire fleet, I feel like, honestly, the one thing that you're missing for your Empire fleet that you might want to consider, this, I think I saw it unlocked. Yeah, the Gauntlet Starfighter. Now, these characters are awful, right? These are awful characters. You hate to have to build these characters. But if you want to go with an Empire main fleet, you can build this Gauntlet Starfighter to go with your TIE Bomber, TIE Advanced, and these Sith ships that you've got. And that Gauntlet Starfighter is sick. It's like a Bindo. It really is like a Jolie Bindo. It does so much stuff to support and help and keep the opposing team alive that you almost have to go after it first. And then you're stuck behind the bomber taunting, and it's really hard to kill off Vader's advanced with this guy in the starting 3. If you do Gauntlet, I don't typically see Vader in the starting 3, so you do like the old school. The hardest one that I've fought against is just the old school TIE Fighter, reliced out all the way to the max, the Gauntlet and the TIE Advanced, and then you bring Vader in as your first reinforcement. That fleet is hard to deal with. Hard to deal with. Yeah. There's a fleet like that on my main account. Let's see if we can get to that fleet. See if we can take a look on the Allura account. Let's see if we can see this guy. Ranks. Where is he? Did I pass him up? Yeah, this is it. So he starts with Tarkin, the Gauntlet, the old school TIE, this, and then starts reinforcing with the other good ships. The TIE Advanced, the Shuttle, the Extinction Bomber, and then I think the Darth Maul ship, Scimitar. And some of the guys with Negotiator said they have a hard time beating this fleet. Yeah. It's a good one. And that can be your main fleet. I mean, that's competitive with full relic Negotiators at 7 stars. It's that fleet is number 1 when it wants to be against all these 7-star Negotiators on my main account. So for what it's worth, I mean, results matter, right? That guy can get top score. All right, you absolutely need that ship with the protection up, dispel, buff immunity. The issue is just time. Geos to Gear 12 is an easy farm, and the Malevolence requires so much less. I understand the Negotiator, your suggestion. Malevolence stomps everything in fleet. I would do the Geos, TIE Bomber, Malevolence, then Negotiator. All right, so different opinions. So, Dark Council member says that it's better to go with Malevolence. So I'm doing it just based off of who I want to relic as a character. And for where you're at, it could be either Kenobi or Grievous. Either one is fine to relic. So if you're going to make that decision, my opinion is Negotiator. Other people say Malevolence. Neither one of those things is going to be wrong. It will still get you where you want to go. So that's good. Let's go in here. Start working on this main account Grand Arena. Uh-oh, got a bunch of people leaving. Some other popular streamer must have come online. I'm losing people. Either that or they got bored with the account review and us arguing about ships. All right, so let's go in here and take a look. Our last battle was indeed a win. But check this out, guys. Check out how close this was, really. 2652 to 2651. That 2651, yeah. Doesn't get much closer than that. Guy lost by 1 banner. And this is where you don't want to go first, right? So we went first, and our opponent knew exactly what he had to get to win, and managed to come up 1 banner short. Yeah, fighting first is never fun, but that's what we do. All right, so we pulled out the victory by the slimmest of margins. Chris is Arnold. What was their GP? Well, I'm at the top of 5 right now. I literally skated in at 51.40. So I'm way at the top of 5. So everybody I'm fighting is below me in galactic power on my main account right now. And then in the next one, I'll have to pop my head. My Dark Trooper Relic 8 already put me over 5150, so I'll be in Division 4 for the next one, and I'll be the one at low galactic power. All right, so this guy's stats, I'm at 514, and he's at 48, so I've got him by, 300 galactic power. I've got more ships and more characters than him. But it's not what you got, it's how you use it, right, guys? So we got TIE Advanced here, Millennium Falcon. Let's just go look at capital ships and see what he's got. So he's got Malevolence here, Finalizer here, a Negotiator here. And also the Chimera. So we can expect that he's got 5 fleets. The Rebel fleet is also in there, and he's got a bunch of 7-star Rebel ships. So we've got pretty strong. So he's got 4 fleets, and he's got 4 pretty good fleets. I expect he'll take Malevolence and Finalizer on offense, leaving the Negotiator and either an Empire or Rebel fleet on defense. Yells from Division 2, hurry up, make it to Division 2. Yeah, Arnold's streaming now. Boo. All right, well, I'll lose people to Arnold, but it's whatever. Hopefully they'll come back and they'll watch my stream later. All right, so we got an SLKR here. We've got Skywalker, bunch of stuff, both Revans, Malik, Jedi Knight Luke. Typical stuff that you would expect. He's got to be close to the JML with the stuff he's got in his account, but I don't see the JML yet, so that's good. I wonder if it would be tricky if you got a Galactic Legend and then you just let it sit at like gear 11 with like 3 or 4 Zetas and it wouldn't show up at the top of your roster. You might be able to surprise some people. What a waste of a Galactic Legend, right? If you were trying that hard to game the system, it would definitely be a waste of a Galactic Legend. All right, so against this guy, we're just going to do a pretty standard plan. You know, our accounts look very similar. So we're just going to put on defense the same stuff we usually do. And we put Kylo here. He dropped 1 battle to my Kylo, so that's at least a ray of hope. But he did clean him up. And then back here, no battles dropped. Over here, no battles dropped. Oh, 1 battle dropped. So he dropped 1 battle against this Krennic team. Okay. And then cleared both fleets. This one pretty quickly. This one took a while, so probably took some banners from him on fleets. So now we got our work cut out for us. He's got the SLKR on defense along with the Kylo Ren unmasked as a tank. That's pretty nasty. He's got a second First Order fleet here. He's got this Rebel team here that I got to figure something out against because this team is pretty nasty. I may have to do Triumvirate against this. He doesn't have the shoots first, so that's useful. I should be able to get to my isolate pretty quickly, isolate this Chupio, and then maybe take them out with Triumvirate. I don't know, but you guys, if you got good suggestions on how to kill this CLS team, maybe I'll have to trooper it. I don't know, maybe troopers with Gideon would work, like Veers, Piet, and Gideon, something like that. But this team is rough, and I assume that the synergy here is pretty high. They'll get a lot of turns. Not Padme, just not Padme. Personally, I'll never leave a Darth Loquitur stream for joy buzzers and sirens. I watch Urs, and he's just as wild as Arnold. Urs is entertaining, though. Urs is really, he's a character. He cracks me up. Veers, Piet, and Dark easily beat the CLS team. Other troopers fail. Okay, so can't do that. Don't have a Dark Trooper. That is a weird SLK team. I did CLS Chewie Han and killed Chupio. I did CLS Chewie Han and killed Chupio. It's a very bad comp. Someone in my shard today suggested Grandmaster Kenobi would be a counter to JML. Thoughts? I don't know. I think they failed with making Jedi Master Luke a tank. And I think they want at least one of the Galactic Legends to truly be a tank. I think that's dangerous if you make a tank Galactic Legend that's truly a tank. I don't know who's going to be able to push through him. But I just have this feeling like Kenobi is going to be extremely defensive character. So I don't think he's going to be made to beat JML specifically. I think he's going to be made to potentially tank SLKR and do well against him. All right, so we got our work cut out for us on that zone. And then over here we do have a clone team under Shock T. We've got some good Geos we got to deal with. This is a spy, I think, that's relic level. We've got the Grievous team, the bounty hunters. So a lot of good stuff. I feel like the Sith Eternal has to come in here. Trying to figure out what I can do. I think the Armorer can hold up to the initial barrage. So my hope is that if we get in there, we link him and him. And then if the Sith Empire Trooper can last against the initial barrage and I can have Armorer, then I put the armor on C, and then we should be good from there. So I think that's potentially the way we have to go. Tank Galactic Legends. Let's see. The meta will be JML GLK 100%. It's the JKR meta all over again. Tank Galactic Legend with 3.5 million health. That'll only be countered by the next Galactic Legend. Yeah. I think they'll get. It'll be balanced. They've done a good job with keeping the Galactic Legends different, but at least on the same power level. If you check mods on CLS team, it can help with counters. Treya is a 75% win rate. C will beat it 100%, so that's a good use for him. What am I going to use against SLKR? It's a Relic 8 SLK. Do not use C. But what am I going to use? All right, Nabokov, what am I going to use against the SLKR then? I have nothing that beats the SLKR other than C. I really don't. My clones aren't big enough and good enough to come in here in 3v3. It's all I got. I don't know what else I'm going to do against that SLKR. Because I didn't save my own SLKR for it. SLKR is a hard counter against C. No, I mean, it's not you watched me beat like how many SLKRs with my C team over in Squad Arena. So it's just about getting the armor to put 3 stacks of Beskar onto C, and then I should be in good shape, because we don't have the Sith Trooper in here to do extra damage. So we should be even enough that I'll get to the ult and then finish him off. He doesn't refresh his cooldowns, so he'll do stab, refresh, sweep, then I stack the armor, and then we should be okay. How's your Darth Revan? I don't have Darth Revan. Gas cheese is a good option, but I don't know what else you have. That what works in your yeah, exactly. According to AP Gains, you use cup. So I've got Vader, I've got, you know, Mon Mothma team, Padme team. You know, I can do something with Vader and Thrawn and try to get behind SLK. That's the problem, you know. If I go in with a Vader style team, I can't get to the SLKR to fracture him. I guess if Vader goes first, Merciless Massacre, if I can cull Kylo Ren unmasked in one hit, then I can potentially fracture the SLKR, get back around to him, and do damage. So, I mean, the Vader team is the only other thing that I can think of that would even come close. But then I pretty much got to... Who else do I put in there? It would have to be Thrawn, Vader, and Wat Tambor, right? I'd have to put my Wat in there to get enough, you know, with the weapon tech in order to get past the armor. But then when Kylo does the stab, he's going to stab Vader. So I have to have a tank. So you have to have Thrawn, Vader, and a tank. And that's already losing, because then you're not going to get crew killed. How does that win? How does that win without Wat? Don't blow teams on something high risk. I will say, very careful, fight SLK last. I don't like the C versus SLKR, but you're kind of short on options. C pre-taunt armor might be the highest chance of clearing, and it might have to be a 2-shot. Yeah, exactly. It might have to be a 2-shot. Vader doesn't work in 3v3 for me to counter GLs. Beat teams you can beat first. Yeah, but I like to know, because if I can't beat this SLKR, then I can experiment with the whole rest of the Grand Arena. I can play around and do other things, you know, because once it's a loss, right? So I don't know. I want to see if I can win this. No, we don't want Wat. We want armor, and then we want the set tank. There he is. So we do this. We link up a couple guys. We need the Sith Empire Trooper to hold up against the first sweep. And then the armor should be able to go. I guess if the officer goes and stuns the armor, then we're in trouble. So there is one scenario where we link him up, he stabs the Sith Empire Trooper, and then the officer on their first turn stuns the armor. Because I can't get back around to him. He won't have taunt anymore. So there is one scenario where this is losing. C against SLKR, and then if you fail, just try again, and if you fail, just test stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Fort Mort does it regularly. Fort Mort does what regularly? The SLK? Beat the teams you can beat first. Vader doesn't work in 3v3 to counter GLs. Oh, that's where Vader says yes, it does. Fort Mort does it regularly. Yeah, it can work, but it's high risk if SLK goes off with offense up. If C doesn't get to alt, it's over. That's correct. Yep. Good luck. It's an interesting match. KRU stunning armor is the fail point. Yeah, the good news is that the officer gives SLKR another turn, but it doesn't reset cooldowns. So he gets one stab, he gets refreshed, he'll do the sweep, and then the next thing he has to do is a basic, because he will not have gotten any cooldowns. All right. I would heavily consider closing out. If C doesn't get his ult, it's yeah. I'm not good about withdrawing. If I've got progress, I typically typically like to keep my progress instead of starting over. All right, let's get in there and try this. You know, this is potentially the deciding point for the Grand Arena. All right, there's the stab. Now, armor is only at 2 stacks. So if he doesn't reset and get the sweep, it didn't do enough damage. It didn't do enough damage. Oh, boy. All right, let's get protection back. Let's, we can't do that yet. We got to do this. Get our other stack for sure. All right. Yep. That's the worst scenario possible. So the question is, can we kill this KRU before... I don't think we're going to kill this crew in time. And without the armor, this is just losing. All right, I'll take one more hit on this crew. Should I? See if he dies. Dealing 10%. He's deceived enemy. Needless to say, for anyone that's arguing internally, here's your match. Might be worth going for First Order Officer here. You don't even need the 3rd stack of Beskar. He needs the health up. Basic to get the ult off. All right, let's do one more attack here and see how bad it gets. Take a few more turns anyway. Now we're back behind the taunt. 2 turns until we get the... We're stealing a lot of protection. If we can get back to that officer, we might be onto something. So we'll relink, and we'll link with SLKR so we can steal some protection. I know it won't stop his crits, but... All right, now we can get officer again. Get protection back. Now he's in the ult. All right, this is probably our last move. If we do this right now, I think we're done. right? Because he'll come in with the stab again and kill us. If we can leave the officer there, what happens to their protection? So if I end this battle and they have no protection like this and C has stolen it all, where will their protection be when I come in on the next battle? I kind of want to see how this plays out. I want to play it out. Got to back out. Yeah. All right. Got to back out. Okay, so now what do we have? We got Vader. It's no protection. Okay, so he's got no protection. So if we bring in Vader and Thrawn, we have a chance. We have a chance at this. Even without Watt. Because crew is low enough now that we can merciless massacre. So we want to do this, right? And Thrawn. And then we need a token tank to soak the first hit, whatever the first hit's going to be. Who do we want to tank with? We can tank with that. Low synergy, but it's a tank that can actually take a hit. It's better than our shore trooper. That's the only other option we've got. So she'll take the first hit. We'll get it over to Vader. We'll kill crew. Thrawn will fracture. And then we just got to see if we can ride it out from there. Use Thrawn lead. Yeah, we got to use Thrawn lead so we don't remove turn meter. Good point. All right. It's unknown if they can recover. No, they can recover. They'll get their protection stat back. They'll get their protection stat back. Okay. So we're going to go in. We're going to take the first hit. Thrawn will go first. We'll pass it over to Vader. We'll merciless massacre. We'll do the force crush on SLK. We'll do cull on crew. Go back and tap SLK, fracture, and pray. All right, here we go. There we go. Take the first hit. All right. Pass it over. Merciless massacre. Do that. Call him. And that's game. How do we get out of this one? How do we get out of this one? I'm not going to be able to kill him in one shot here. This isn't going to help. And then the fracture's on. I mean, the only chance is if we get lucky and kill him right here. Yeah, no chance. Okay. We can fracture this. SLKR has a basic up next, and he'll kill Thrawn. So I think it's just it's a question of whether or not I can kill crew and have a third go at this. All right. Ooh, dodge. Interesting. Interesting. So he just used a stab. If I lose now... Yeah, this is losing. There's nothing I can do here to get back around to it. I'm 2 turns away on the... It's a loss either way, and I'm not going to get through this guy. I'm not going to get through this SLKR with anything I have, I don't think. I don't think I have anything in my account that's going to get through this. Is there any way to negotiate this? Put an ability block on him. Yeah, it's too much. Epic dodge. Yep. All right, so now we can just mess around with the rest of the Grand Arena because we've lost. So what do we want to do against this team? You said troopers lose against this? Why do troopers lose against this? You said dark troopers a win, but other troopers lose. Why is it a loss for the other troopers? I feel like the Chupio dies pretty quickly, right? What do they have to take out my SLK? Tons of stuff. They have gas mostly. I imagine that they came in with imagine that they came in with this General Skywalker and beat him that way. And you know, they probably came in with General Skywalker and left it at SLK because they dropped 1 battle. And then I didn't see Darth Revan on defense. They might have used a Revan and Malik to do cleanup. Something. But they did 2 battles, so I would say probably Skywalker to start. Or they did another team to start and killed off my two associates and then finished me off with the gas. Yeah, so this one's going to be a loss today, boys. Got to figure something out against that SLK team. Or I just got to save my own SLK. I just have to start bringing SLK on offense against other SLKs. That's probably the better tactic, right? Okay, what do we want to do here? I kind of want to see what Triumvirate does here. I kind of do. Because I feel like isolating that Chupio is just game over. Or isolating the C-3PO. Probably even better, right? Just isolate the C-3PO. He can't pass anything to anybody. Chupio. Who gets the isolate, guys? Who gets the isolate? Chupio or C-3PO? I think Chupio, because that reduces the assists. Let's get in there and experiment, see what we can do. Can you show their modding? Oh, no, I didn't hang out there. Come on, keep assisting, guys. Keep assisting. More assists. More assists. More assists. Go. Assist. Assist more. Yeah. Die. We'll just isolate him now that we're down to this. Yoink again. He's got the thing so I can get protection back, right? Finish him off. Then finish him off. Okay. I feel like that's a win against that team, so glad to know that I'm right. We can use that again sometime in the future. Huck's team with red. It's a lot of damage. Hux prevents turn meter gain, so we can't use troopers on this. Let's see what else we have that might work over here. This, I think we're just going to do nest. We'll take our chance against that spy, again, because we can experiment and play around. And we'll show how this battle looks with with a nest against the Geos and that potential for the spy to do crazy stuff. So we'll see if the spy gets us or not. All right, the spy needs to take his turn and do his nasty stuff. Okay, so right now, after our turn, this soldier will be the next to go. And we can do our big AoE. So we're just going to put it in full auto and target this soldier. All right, so the spy, we got through one round of spy not being able to kill us. The spy should be able to do execute on its next attack. And we've got purple protection for days. There was the execute. We lived through it, no problem. All right. Not back around to it yet. We're not back around to our turn yet either. All right. Regular attack there on the basic. So as long as spy doesn't go directly after us and with the execute ability up, there it is. That's exactly how it goes. We took our turn, and then the spy had the execute turn. And if that happens right as we finish, we lose. Yep, that's the risk and how that works. All right, so we need a different team in here that can potentially clean that up. We can clean that up with a bunch of teams. Geos aren't that hard to clean up. All right, we can, I think I put Revan on defense for today. So we don't have our Revan here. The troopers are a little lightweight against that. We've got Padme. I think we'll just take in Padme to clear out this stuff. Mon Mothma cleanup on Geos. Mon Mothma's a tricky cleanup for Geos. It's tricky. Let's kick this guy. Ooh, no kick for us. Got his healing immunity on him though, so that's good. All right. One down, several to go. Let's just buff back up. Start working on this guy. Yeah, let's take retribution. Just go over and hit the B1. Let's see. We do not want him to go at this. We don't want him to die at the same time as Grievous. So we just got to kill him before Grievous takes a turn and we're okay. All right. So for anybody that doesn't know, sometimes every now and then in a battle, you'll leave that B1 at like 2 hits. Grievous will go. He damages all droids. He kills the B1. So it's this weird sequence of events where like he takes a turn and then the B1 dies and he takes another turn. He takes 2 turns right in a row. So you don't want the B1 to die at the same time Grievous is taking a turn. All right. Let's see. You guys wanted to see Mon Mothma clean this up? That might work. That might work. She doesn't care so much if she goes first. As long as we can get a taunt going on this robot. Oh, we do not get a taunt going on the robot. Come on, robot, taunt. Oh, taunt fail. Taunt fail twice in a row. Killing my Chewie. All right. Come on, robot. You got to get a taunt before the spy goes off. All right, let's do that. All right, now we got taunts going again. It's not horrible. As long as we keep getting the taunt up. Oh, we lost the taunt again. Man, he is... Look at him. He is useless with his taunts today. All right, let's hit him with a big AoE. Useless with the taunts today. Come on, K2. Do your thing, man. Let's see. Got to do that again. Wow. This guy, this non-taunting K2SO, gotta say I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the K2 who refuses to taunt. It's like he's on strike today. He's part of the union. Feels like the company broke the union rules somehow and just refuses to taunt. You know, it's not in my job description today. Taunting, not programmed correctly. All right. This is getting crazy because we're about to get to the point where we're going to summon the advanced version of the trooper here before we can kill a Geo. No taunt again. Good gravy, this guy. All right, let's get the improved version of the trooper over there. As long as K2 keeps taunt up, this is no problem. Should be no problem. A little lackluster on the damage, though, boys. All right, let's do AoE, get some damage put on these guys. All right, here we go. Big damage now. Come on, K2. Taunt. Keep your taunt. No counterattack. What is up with this bro today? All right. Let's get the buffs off of him. Blind him. All right. Big hit. All right. Now, we got to get this Brute Alpha down somehow. Without the counterattacks and without him taunting like he's supposed to, this is really going badly for us. This is crazy. Non-taunting K2SO. Get him. Running out of time, boys. Running out of time. All right, all right, all right. Comes around right at the end. Yeesh. Get it done. Yeah. It's a good setup on their Geo Brute Alpha. Yeah, it really is. It's good. All right, what we got against these guys? This what? Echo and this is just troopers. For sure we can trooper this. Where are we at, troopers? All the way down to the bottom. Stark or Piet? Yeah, draining turn meter might be a good idea against these guys. So what if we replace... Who else do we have that we can put Piet with? Anybody good? No, not really. So this is okay, right? We can do that. We can do that. We can do the mass assist. Probably kill one clone that way. Do we need to drain turn meter? That's the question. Stark or Gideon? So if we put in Gideon, then we drain turn meter first, then Piet, then Veers. I think that's better. I think that's better. Don't what? Uh-oh. Somebody said don't. Let's see. Kill a ARC Trooper first. And we'll do this on him. Mass assist. We'll take a few counterattacks for that, but it's okay. Get some dazes going on. Dazed and confused. We'll do that because we're in stealth. Let's finish working on this shock T. Plunk, 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 plunk. All right, sharpshooter. I'll take a counterattack for that too. Nothing else to be done for it. All right, let's cut his armor in half. We'll keep it over there. Mass assist. Finish it off. I think there's a Geo that clears buffs. Yeah, the Brute Alpha on his, the same thing that summons the Brute also clears off all debuffs. Bounty Hunters with Bosk. Who else did we have over here? We had this Hux. Let's see who we got left for Hux. We can do my own CLS team. So how does CLS do against Hux? We don't get the turn meter gains until we kill Hux. So once we kill Hux, this is easy. Again, I'm not sure if this is a great counter, but I'm trying things because I can. It's an experimental GAC. So now we just kill Hux. Straight up murderize him. And as long as we can do that, we're good. It's whatever. Let's do this. Keep getting some assists over here. Big hit. Stun. Take another attack from red. Boom. Oh, he didn't do the mass attack. Alright. So as long as we can kill Hux first, it's not an issue. Alright, and then we can go bounty hunters on bounty hunters over here. Bounty hunters on bounty hunters. I went by my bounty hunters again. The drive-by bounty huntering. Does Han shoot first work on Galactic Legends? It does, but you don't stun them. So that's the issue. Let's just taunt. Duck under. Try to stun Bosk. Try again to stun Bosk. Alright, then let's work on Boba the Fett. Try to stun him. Come on, Aura. You can do it. Alright, get him. Pow. Nice. Alright, let's see. Let's work over here on this guy. And Bosk can disappear. We'll taunt. Get a stun. We'll just do basic. Duck under stealth. Get a stun again. 54 banners. Smooth that bounty hunter team. Smooth. Alright, and we can get some ships over here to try to climb some banners. Alright, we got the Malevolence. We've got the Rebels. So we'll take Malevolence in here. I'm sorry, we'll take the First Order in here. We will put first order stuff. That's not what I want. That's what I want. And we'll do the typical reinforcements. That, and this. All right. Actually, we're going to do that just in case. Just in case we need a tank. Get in there. All right, guys. Let's kill this Sunfac. That's a spy. What? Okay, that's my mistake. I thought that was a Sunfac. It is not a Sunfac. I really want to stun this guy. And he gets to go anyway because the Malevolence cleaned him off. Okay then. Let's get protection up. Put a big hit on him. Let's pass the turn over to him. Get a stun. We got to bring in Plo right away. Clear these guys off with their buzz droids. I'm going to pass this over to the shuttle. We'll let the shuttle take some abuse here first. Yeah, that's no good. Yikes, guys. This guy's got me on all fronts. Crushing me. Gonna kill my ships, too. Alright, get a kill. Get foresight. It doesn't matter. Too much damage. That spy first messed me up. It really messed me up. That was good. Interesting play on his part. I didn't even pay attention. I'm so used to seeing it that way that I just blindly picked it. Okay, partially damaged hyena. I feel like I can just do an Empire fleet over here. We can do the Chimera with these guys out front. Vader as a reinforcement. I gotta put some effort into that bomber someday. Get him running. And we'll bring in Cad Bane as a reinforcement. And potentially the Ebon Hawk. I want somebody to heal. I really don't have anybody to heal my guys. I need something on that TIE bomber. This guy puts back protection, right? What does he do on reinforce? All allies recover. I got nothing on this guy. Target ally gets 30% protection up. So I can potentially bring him in instead of this. All right. So we just stall for a second. Use Empire reinforcement for TIE bomber max protection increase. All right, let's just get us target locks going on all these guys that we can. All right. Just taking a beating over here. All right, so this does 20% health and gain a buff. This takes away turn meter, right? They've all got low turn meter, but we'll go ahead and do that. Take away some of their turn meter. And then this is protection up, retribution. So we want to do that over here. And then light them all on fire. And then get target lock over here as well. Okay. Big damage. Get a reinforcement coming in here. Should finish him off. And we'll do this. And this. And big damage. Yeah, that's the first order tie. That's not the traditional. That's not the traditional tie. All right, bringing in that slave one. Now we can do that. Big damage again. Just start hitting people. All right, TIE Bomber, stay with me, TIE Bomber. Let's see. Let's put a big hit on him. All right, and then big damage over here. TIE Bomber, you can't stay with me. You're done. Oh, boy. All right, now we'll bring in, let's see. We'll bring in this. We'll call the assist from Vader. Keep things simple. We'll do big damage. Probably not going to last another turn, so it doesn't matter if the cooldown is reset or not. This gave protection up and retribution. Sure, why not? Oop, that's why not. All right. Come on, guys. We got to finish this out. Well, that's the option that we have that's good, so we'll go ahead and kill that ship and give Vader a turn. What does this do again? Target ally recovers 45%. We'll just do it to ourselves. %, turn meter. All right. This ship is level 1. Put some bombs on him. All right, not a pretty win, but should be good. Bomb should get him. All right, so that closes that fleet out. Now we can mess around over here on Malevolence. We'll just take the Malevolence, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to try something a little different. So we can take that in, this, and then we'll take in a couple other reinforcements. And I've actually got a Geo fleet still behind that under Tarkin. So I can field one more fleet even if this doesn't work. So we're going to try a little bit different version of this Malevolence again. We lost the Grand Arena. We're experimenting. So we're going to try 3 droid ships here at the start, and then we're going to try some reinforcements and clean up if we need to. All right, he's got that on cooldown. Of course he does. Dang. That's a lot of sauce. All right. So, cleanse the buzz droid right away, I think. That's an extra. He already killed my main. My main one. All right. So this removes target lock. This can do area effect. So we'll do that. Let's just do the big area effect attack. That was big. Did you guys see how big that was? You could almost notice that something happened. Almost. Almost. Try a spin move. All right. None of this is working. We got the Hyena Bomber and then we're done. None of this is working. Yeah, they're going to take out the hyena bomber, and then we're done. Interesting. All right. So we'll take this in as the last stand, guys. This is it. The final hope. Tarkin Geos is the final hope. Hyena bomber is legit. Yeah. It's a good ship. And he has that thing up every time. Every time he's got that ready to go at the start of the battle. It's ridiculous. Yeah. This is losing as well. I mean, even, I'm going to do this and potentially kill the hyena bomber, but I'm not going to. Well, there's hope now. Some small hope. It was a small hope. Brutal, guys, brutal. Brutal Grand Arena. 1683 banners. We have fought a superior opponent and lost. That is the case. All right, guys. Your opponent is a female. Translation is beautiful girl. A very gentleman gesture of you not to win. The ratio of male to female players in this game is about 99 to 1. I think maybe 1 or 2% of the player base is female. It's incredibly small. So I always assume, this is the name of my daughter. This is a girl's name too, but it's not a girl playing the account, or at least I don't think I am. So, yeah, names can mean anything. I hope it is. I hope it's a female player. Be great to have more of a representation in the community. That would be wonderful. I know there are some really good female players out there. Just these aren't the kind of games that typically attract that type of audience. My viewership is, if I go in and I look at the demographics for my viewership, it's like 3% female, and that's in large part because all the women in my family are going in there and hitting me up with likes on my videos. But so yeah, I think that like on average 6 women watch my or like my videos, and 5 of them are coming from my family. So legitimately, that's what the demographics say. It's not a judgment on my part. There's a lot of monolozes, though. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Hey, it's not a rabbit hole. I don't think I'm saying anything controversial. I'm not saying anything against or discriminatory in any way, because I don't feel that way. I don't feel discriminatory, and I don't feel like there's any issue. It's just the fact of the demographics when I look at my YouTube and Patreon and all those numbers and Discord, because those do collect demographics, and that's what my demographic is. So, all right, guys. Somebody in the chat's talking about an SLK unlock. Yeah, somebody, Cardinal Jeweler got SLKR. There you go. Cool. I used to live in Indianapolis, Indiana for a while, and there was Cardinal Jewelers over there. I believe it was actually a jewelry store. Maybe that's the guy that owns the whole jewelry store. Who knows? All right, so 2 wins and a loss in this round of Grand Arena in this new GAC. That's all right. We got to win a lot more going forward. We'll get her done. Guild event, territory war, join. Make sure you joined up for the Territory Wars, boys. Any last minute questions before we wrap up this stream? Anybody got any last minute things they want to say or hear or play taps for me in my decline. Rank number 29 in the raid. Tough loss today. Got to figure out some GL counters that don't require your own GL, and you'll be in a better spot. That's true. That's true. I don't want to focus on stuff for 3v3. That's the thing. I need 3v3 Galactic Legend counters. Because you saw in 5v5, I've got the SLK counter made. I've got it. It's done. I play that matchup. I'm practicing it every day over in Squad Arena. So I've built my counter team in 5v5. But this 3v3, I feel like the good counter is gas, and I really don't want to go down the road of building gas right now. So hit me up over on Discord, guys, for the Dark Council or for people with experience, whatever. And if you can think of a good 3v3 defense that I can build out of what I already got, let me know what could be a good SLKR defense to build, and then maybe I'll work on it and try it out. But I also don't want to chase stuff. I hate that. I hate, here's a 3-man team, and I've only got one of those characters, and then I charge off getting those 2 other characters relicked. And then it doesn't work, and I've wasted 2 relics, and I've delayed my next Galactic Legend, and I'm mad because it doesn't work. So I don't know. I feel like in the SL, I think the C counter would have worked, except the Sith Empire Trooper on that first hit from Kylo Ren, he soaked the whole thing, and then when he did the sweep, he still wasn't at half life, which is crazy. It's crazy. That combo works against every team, but I didn't get the trigger on the 3rd stack of Beskar, which is unfathomable that the tank was too tough for that scenario. Or maybe Kylo didn't get a crit. I don't know what happened there. I got to go back and watch the video and figure it out, because the mechanics of that should be fine. Should be fine. Or maybe I need to make another tank. Maybe I need to bring up my Shore Trooper to the point where he can take 1 hit but not die, and then the tank itself is the guarantee. I could probably do that. Bring up the Shore Trooper and then practice in Squad Arena and see if I can get my Shore Trooper to the point where he can take just 1 hit. And he'll be the hit and the 60%, and we don't need any gimmicks. Get your next GL as quickly as you can. If you have enough other teams beyond that, DR Malik. Gas does things, but Malik 3v3 is a beast. I lost 2 GACs on this one. The last one was to a tie. Opponent has more galactic power and 40 Zetas. Any thoughts? I don't think building another GL is needed, says Vader. Building up another meta team like Malik and DR. Have a great one. See you later, Constantine. A lot of counters from a depth in a roster. Gas 5s, cheese. Are you building any counters specifically? No, I'm not building any counters specifically. Your account needs flexibility? Vader, dude, my account has massive flexibility. I've got, seriously, man, I have massive flexibility on my main account. Time and time again, I'm able to change around my teams, change around my offenses, change around my defenses. The issue is I don't have everything. It's a 5 million galactic power account. It's not a 7 million galactic power account. So the flexibility that I run out of is just that, at some point I don't have Darth Revan or Malik or a few of those other characters. But yeah, it's a 5 million account with 2 Galactic Legends in it already and way too much fleet. So I don't feel like I lack flexibility. I've got tons of flexibility. I just need specifically a 3v3 counter for SLKR, and probably need to build a 3v3 counter for Rey as well, so that I can counter either one of those Galactic Legends. Or I'll just have to start keeping my SLKR on offense. Keep mine, and then just SLKR versus SLKR and try to put something better on defense. Get a Malik. You don't have red spandex flexibility. You need it. Yeah. So that's the thing, guys. You can't have everything. You can't. You can't have all 4 Galactic Legends and Maliks and, everything. You can't have everything until you get there. And it takes time to build an account that has everything. And I know you want me to circle back around and go get Malik, but even if I got the Malik, I can't 7-star him. So why do I even care about Malik until this hits 75? I don't care. When this hits like 65 or 70, then I'm interested in Malik. You need, 75 or 78,000 or something like that to finish out a character. I can't remember the exact numbers. But yeah, at 20k guild events or currency over here, Malik is an afterthought. I mean, it makes no sense to detour from what I'm doing and go get a Malik. Meanwhile, building up the Rey characters will give me more teams that I can do something with. And Galactic Legend Rey eventually, who will be a great defensive character for me. So, yeah, do I deviate from the path that I've already set for myself? Well, I did a Dark Trooper. We're going to mess around with that. We're going to find out some fun things with Dark Trooper. Maybe I can build a Shore Trooper to try to change the way that my C team works and experiment with that a little bit. So, yeah, I'm not going straight for Rey without doing anything. That's not out of the question. But I don't want to go build 2 characters that are completely out of scope and try to make a specific Galactic Legend counter for Kylo. I don't want to. You can earn the GIT currency in roughly 2 to 3 months. Where is it that you're earning 20,000 GET currency a month? I would like to know what kind of guild you're in, because I'm in a pretty good one and I don't get 20,000 a month. I think that's overestimating Griff. Dark Side Galactic Legends don't hold on defense unless it's a hard counter. And they don't have anyone named Luke or Gas. But you built an R2, R7 K2SO. That Mon Mothma team gets holds all the time in 5v5. It's one of the biggest holding teams that I have in my account is the Mon Mothma team with the trash, but that Relic K2SO. He's earned his weight in gold. Yeah, absolutely. I have no regrets about building that Mon Mothma team with the K2. I get the farm done, then farm the guild event tokens. The farm's almost done. I'm working on Juhani. That's the last character that I need. I farm her on every energy day and hard node day. And whatever she is, light side or dark side, light side day. So I farm her 3 times a week. That's my last requirement that I need. I'll get her. And we'll get around to Darth Revan eventually. But I'm not going to stop going after Rey to go after Darth Revan. And it's probably going to take me 2 or 3 months to build up these characters to a point where I can do the events. I don't care. I'm not until I can get a 7-star Malik, it's not critical to me. Go set up a squads tab for Malik to show your progress. I've already got it. I've already got a squads tab with the requirements for Malik. There you go. 60,000 galactic power so far. Stars on everything except Juhani. Good to go. You can probably get it with that 8X drop pack. So we just, I think you guys are running into something where I have fundamentally a different point of view on the game. I'm doing what I can in Grand Arena. I don't feel like I need to rush any of it. I don't need to hurry and get Darth Revan. I don't need to hurry and get Rey. I don't need to hurry and get any of it. I'm just going to take my time, play the game efficiently in my style of play, and these characters will come. If I did push for those characters, I'm building more galactic power. I'll probably go up through 4 into 3, and by the time I get into 3, where it's at now, I mean, if I built Rey and Darth Revan on top of what I've already got now, that pushes me up to Division 3. And then I'll be fighting people with more roster and more characters, and I'll be in the same position that I'm in now. So adding those characters doesn't solve anything. It doesn't magically put me in a position where I win all of my grand arenas, because I'll keep getting matched up against other people with similar accounts at a higher galactic power, and it'll be the same thing it is now. So I'm not unhappy. I'm not mad that I lose a grand arena every now and then. I can't win them all. I'm targeting winning 9 or 10 every season and getting Kyber, and I'm cool with that. So I don't know. I know you guys want to see me have a Darth Revan, and I know you want to see me have this stuff, but it's not my style of account building to do it that way. I'm patient. I'm just going to let this stuff come to me. It's coming to me. Jedi training Rey's already coming. Look, she's already coming to relic level. She came up to gear 12. She's coming up now. BB-8's coming up behind her. I got to force feed Clone Wars Chewie a little bit, or Veteran Smuggler Chewie. But I'm going to build a team with Rey, BB-8, the 2 vets, and then, Stick Rey is ahead of everybody else, so she'll probably be the fifth one in that team for a little while. I kind of want the R2-D2 to be the other character on that team, but he's not in the build path for what I'm doing with Rey. So unless there's some kind of magic, that'll end up being my next 5v5 team that I build in this account. And even if I get Juhani to 7 stars, I'm going to build that team and not put all my effort in Darth Revan, because that gets me Rey. All right, got to catch up on chat. Are you planning to get all the characters in the game to max level and gear? When is it a win and game over? It's never a win, because if you get every single character in the game to Relic 8, it's still a battle for somebody who's got more Zetas and mods. So if I had everything in the game right now, if I had every single thing to Relic 8, if I spent $50,000 right now and just pushed everything, there would still be too many accounts out there that have double and triple my Zeta amount and better mods. So at some point in the game, you're better off coasting. You're better off just pushing you got to collect your Zetas, you got to collect your mods, you got to keep up with that stuff. Otherwise, you just accelerate yourself into a really bad situation where all the good players that have been playing for a long time then just beat the pants off of you, because they've got tons of Gear 12s and Zetas and stuff that you don't have and better mods. So we're already kind of ahead of our curve. Everybody that we face often has a lot more Zetas than we do, and it's a problem with force feeding your account. I've put money into this account and put it ahead of where it should be, and it's not all winning. It's not all winning. I feel like I should see it there. Where's your Wampa? The favorites are all things that I have for a reason. These guys have Gear 13 pieces that I want access to craft. Echo is the only one that has this stupid wristband for me to look at. Barriss I want to relic someday because she's on my Padme team, and I can just never get the priority to relic her, but I do want to relic her for the Padme team at some point. But if I get C-3PO, then at some point I don't need her. I'll put C-3PO on that team. I don't know. So Barriss is up here because I want to work on her someday. Hermit Yoda, I feel like I'm going to relic him someday. And these are all the Rey requirements. So, and then down here, these last three, this is how I farm ships. So I get to the Hyena Bomber on his node. I get to the Vulture Droid on his node. And we get to the BTLBY wing on his node. So they're favorited just so that I can get through my farming. So I'm farming Wicket, Rose, and the ships right now. That's all I'm farming. And the Juhani a few times a week. A question I have for my own account, and it's about 50 responses. Pick one of the characters you can hit a button and have 6A mods you're happy with, not God tier, but good. Pick a character you can hit a button and have 6A mods that you're happy with, but not God tier. Who is it? Kylo Ren Unmasked. You know, good, 6 dot, not God tier. Not sure I'm even going to slice those mods. Let's see, who else? Brood Alpha has some 6 dots, I think. Yeah. Some of them are improved. So maybe you would consider these God tier mods. I still need to slice up the speed on this. See if I can get it. See if I can get it. Come on. There we go. Got speed. Right in time. Finished it out to gold. This has got good stats. It's a protection main stat, but it's decent stats. Trying to get the speed on that. Get the health. One last try. Nothing doing. Who else is a character that might have 6 dot mods that are not God tier? Treya? Not even 6 dot mods. Scion. The Triumvirate's a good example. You know, you can have 6 dot mods on these guys that aren't killer. You just need to keep them alive long enough to do their thing. So why do you ask that question? Do you plan to finish out Ewoks to just get C-3PO? Yeah, I'll finish out the Ewoks. We'll get the Ewoks. I got Chirpa to 90 out of 100. We'll finish him. Finish Wicket. And, you know, if they get gear tiers in the background, we'll go after C-3PO at some point. I'm not going to give them gear that's going to distract me from my effort to get Rey. But, yeah. I think I've done... I think I've done 5-star 3PO already. No, I've just got 100. So I've done a couple of the ranks of him. I just wish I had about 500 times the slicing materials. It's an issue for me. Yeah. You can at least unlock him at 5 stars. Yeah. We'll get it. We'll keep getting it, guys. We'll build it. But the problem with this account is my ships. You know, I could have this account easily at like 4.4 million galactic power, but there's just way too much ships on this account. Way too much ships. And I keep investing. I can't help myself. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up having like every single ship in this account. Look at this garbage, 43,000 galactic power on this ship. Might as well just blow it up and give it some skills. Go back later and get it some stars. Make it functional for arena at least if it's going to be here. Too much galactic power in ships, and then what do I immediately do? Put more galactic power in ships. Reinforcement ability on this guy. Concussion mine stuff. Need 5 stars. Alright. All that work didn't add much galactic power because I already blew him up. We even got Rex. Like honestly, guys, I think if I activate these 2 ships down here, I will literally have every ship in the entire game. Gauntlet Starfighter, max stars. Look at this thing. I've got everything on ships. Sooner or later, I'm going to have every ship at 7 stars. I think that's my goal for this account. Put every single ship in the entire account on 7 stars. We'll build every ship in the game. All right. SLKR is a fleet bloat king. He gave me 2 million. It's a 3 million account with 5 million galactic power. Yeah, it blows up fast. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. Nabokov, if that was a serious question that you posed at one point about whatever, what was it? You'd asked a question for yourself somewhere up here, I thought. So if that was a serious question, hit me up on Discord. I'm going to take off. I got to go out and mow the lawn. And I will catch all you guys in the next holocron.